Match 10 of the Big Bash League shall feature the Hobart Hurricanes and the Melbourne Renegades. Let's build our fantasy team on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo. I'm Ronak Kapoor and Tom Moody is all set to join me. Right, let's go to our pro tip for this one. And we're looking at numbers at the Bellerive Oval in 3 of the 4 games that have been played here in Hobart in the Big Bash League 2020-21. It's been won by the team batting first. In those 3 games, the chasing teams have lost a total of 25 wickets. So our pro tip suggests, Tom, that we make sure we have enough players from the team that bats first. As simple as that?
Yeah, look, it makes a lot of sense that you'd be definitely focusing on that top 4 and especially the openers. It seems at Bellerive too, the opening batsmen that have the opportunity there tend to cash in and get runs.
All right, let's go to player availability. More and more players continue to show up now for these franchises, for these sides. And we look at player availability for the Hurricanes. Kimo Paul will be available after national commitments are done with the West Indies. Mohammad Nabi and Noor Ahmed could be available for the Renegades. So too will Sutherland. And Aaron Finch has been given a short break. The Melbourne Renegades skipper will miss this one. Let's move to our team. Before that, a quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to make their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app, and we'll give you 4 substitute options towards the end of this video too. Going to our choices. Now, we've already given you the pro tip and the Hobart Hurricanes features. So naturally, if you've been following the Big Bash and our fantasy videos, Darcy Short is going to be our captain choice. We know that he scored a brilliant 48 ball 72 the last time he played at the Bellerive Oval against the Adelaide Strikers. And no one scored more runs at Hobart than Short. 839 runs in 21 innings, averaging over 41, striking at nearly 145. Vice captain Jimmy Faulkner. Last time Tom and me spoke, Faulkner's rise was just going up, and he continues to now find himself in a vice captain recommendation in these videos. The leading wicket taker in the tournament, 7 wickets in 3 games, economy of 6.5. You take that if you were Jimmy Faulkner. Can also get you a few points with the bat every now and then. So Darcy Short and James Faulkner as our captain and vice captain. They give you double and 1.5 times the points respectively, so pick them very carefully. In our top picks, Mohammad Nabi will feature, the veteran T20 specialist now, and of course the former Afghanistan captain. Wasn't available first few games. He had to follow quarantine protocols. But after what was a stellar Big Bash League last season, where he got runs, he got wickets, and he also picked up a 5-wicket haul in the CPL, so we know what Nabi is capable of. Ben McDermott, not the ideal Big Bash League last season for him like it was for Nabi, but he's been in good red ball form, had a fine innings in the warm-up game against India, and an impressive start to his BBL campaign this season, 33 ball 46. Kane Richardson is there as well as the man who has the record of the 3rd highest wicket taker in the Big Bash League with 87 strikes in 69 innings, average of just under 23. Richardson can't be too far away from our top picks whenever we see the Melbourne Renegades in action. Rounding that up, Darcy Short captain, Jimmy Faulkner vice captain, Nabi, Ben McDermott and Richardson among our top picks. Tom Moody, thoughts on those?
Yeah, look, they all make sense, don't they? And players that are in form, and also players like Mohammad Nabi, who comes from great pedigree. We know that he's continues to perform in all the franchises that he casts his web over. So, a good inclusion there. One thing you may want to consider is maybe even Nabi in that vice captain's position, because we know that he's front and centre of the action, a bit like what Jimmy Faulkner has been so far in this BBL.
All right, fair enough. Good point from Tom Moody. So consider Nabi in your vice captain probables as well. Let's go to some differential picks. Here's a name you're going to hear for the first time on these videos, but hopefully not the last. The tall leg spinner, Peter Hatzoglu, wouldn't have found a spot in the Renegades' ideal 11 had Cameron Boyce been available. But he's come into the side and impressed everyone in his debut season. Both outings so far been good returns, 2 for 29 and 2 for 40. But he has got 2 wickets, so he has got 2 points. Kimo Paul, now that he is available, also in our differential picks, the 22-year-old all-rounder, tends to like the shortest format, excellent fielder too, strongly recommended by Ricky Ponting. And, of course, we know he can get 2 points with bat, ball and in the field. Differential picks, Kimo Paul and Peter Hatzoglu. Let's go to our full team. Ben McDermott features as a keeper option. Colin Ingram is there. Sean Marsh, Riley Russo, experienced players. Darcy Short as our captain choice. James Faulkner is our vice captain choice, though Mohammad Nabi, who is also in that list, is Tom Moody's recommendation is considered as a considerable person for vice captain. Kimo Paul, Riley Meredith, Kane Richardson, and Peter Hadzoglou. Substitutes bench includes Tim David, Will Jacks, Bo Webster, and Josh Lalor. In an alternate scenario, we could consider Tim David, consistent scores of 58, 21 not out, and 24 batting lower down the order. Possibly for Riley Meredith. Let's see if Tom Moody likes the sound of that or whether he'd recommend any more changes. Tom.
Yeah, look, it's an interesting one. One thing I would suggest is worth considering is Bo Webster in as an all-rounder instead of Kimo Paul. Kimo Paul hasn't played any cricket for some time, so he's going to be a little bit rusty. Bo Webster has just started to find his stride in BBL cricket. Interesting enough also is that all the pure batsmen, the top order batsmen, are all left-handers. So I don't think you can read too much into that, but they're all in form, those left-handers. So it looks a pretty good outfit, and it's going to be interesting to see if Hadzoglou can continue his mystery spin, because people are struggling to face him at the moment.
All right, fair point, Tom Moody. Thank you very much. As always, more from you as the Big Bash League rolls on. Remember to check in on final team news and player availability now that more and more players are starting to feature for their sides in the Big Bash League. And we'll be back with plenty more expert opinion, analysis, insights, stats, data, whatever you need to help you build your fantasy teams on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo.